Alright, try number 2, because the first time I went 12 minutes, and that's too long for YouTube, apparently. On the throttle body, choke pull off. Goes to choke pull off. This leads to this hole. There's a original gasket. That comes out of this hole right here, which on the bowl corresponds to this well, which has got a groove that runs around and terminates here, which terminates here, which terminates to this little channel, or this little inset right here. This is not connected to this. This is not connected. This right here is not connected to anything. So I can fill it with water, it doesn't go anywhere. And I've tried poking and prodding around in it to see if it goes anywhere. It doesn't. What else? Oh, yeah. You got 3 sets of O-rings here. That one's approximately 14, 30 seconds. That one's a little bit, well, no, it's about the same. And so is that one. They're all the same. This one's here perfectly round. This one here's kind of got a flat on the sides, but it's got a little bit of a ridge to it on the top and bottom and on the edges. This one here is like a flat O-ring. See the square edges? One of those 3 goes in the bottom of the primary slots down, or the primary tubes down in there. When I took this carburetor apart, there's nothing left of those things. They were pretty much dissolved in their holes, so no wonder why the primary side sucked. Or didn't suck, as the case may be. This gasket here, or seal, or whatever you want to call it, this is the top of the throttle body. This is the bottom that feeds the, or that faces the manifold as the carburetor is installed, with the spacer gasket on it. This fits perfectly right there. There's nothing to hold it on. There was no plate there when I took the carburetor apart. There's nothing there. So I can't find anywhere else around the carburetor where this fits, except for right there. It doesn't fit on the top here. Doesn't fit in the top of the bowl. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, doesn't fit right there. And it doesn't fit anywhere in the plastic bowl. It doesn't fit anywhere in the air horn that I can see. Just doesn't fit anywhere. Can't figure it out. This little metal seal is left over. It's in the kit. Don't know where it goes. I think it goes onto one of them emission solenoids of some sort. Got 2 extra plugs here. I think one of them is for the bowl vent, or yeah, the electric bowl vent solenoid. One of them is for the altitude compensator. Who knows? This little dealie is left over. It's a cork O-ring of some sort. And don't know if you can see this or not, but number 62 right here sits on top of the lifter rod, or sits underneath it, not sure. But according to this, it says it's an idle compensator valve. 62 and 63. I think this cork O-ring sits underneath this part right there, which sits in here. I don't have that part. That part was never in here when I opened up the carburetor. And this seems to empty out directly into the manifold. I don't know if there's something there that was supposed to be bolted on there in the first place or what, but I don't know if this area here is filled with gas when it's running. If it's filled with gas when it's running, then that's just an obvious puking fuel leak. So, alright, what else? Step-up rods. Whoops. Book says to make sure the dimples are facing the air horn. I'm pretty sure they mean dimples out facing the choke valve. Choke valve, that's what I meant. So, because only that way will the primary metering rod hole line up, or the attachment hole line up with the hole in the air horn and the throttle and the bowl and everything else. Oh, what else? Primary metering rods are 2024. Yep, 2024. Make sure I got the same ones over here. Yep, 2024. Secondary jet, I broke it right off here at the threads. The top half is still in the house, but here's what's left over the bottom half. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Here's what's left over the bottom half. I snapped it off in the air horn. Just kind of laid it down like this and kink, snapped it right off. I was able to pull it out with a screwdriver no problem without wrecking any of the threads or anything else. Primary throttle shafts. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Yeah. That's not a hole in there. That's not a gap. That's looking pretty good. I don't see any major gaps in there or anything like that. Doesn't look like I could even blow air through it. Same thing on that side. There's a gap there. It's loose on this end, but it's not loose in here where it counts, and it's not loose between the two barrels in the middle. Yeah. So, like I said, unlike a couple of my other Q-jets I got that are just basically, they're wasted. They're sloppy and everything. What else? What am I forgetting? I think that's about it. Bits and pieces, yeah, the floats, got new floats, new needles, or old floats, new needle and seats. Got them figured out, know how to measure those. Old seals, got the new seals in there. Yeah, the jets are 4098 jets. New accelerator pump deal here with the old spring. Now that's the accelerator pump piston, I believe. 42. Pump discharge needle. Yes. Okay. Secondary baffles. Oh. Secondary tubes. They almost seem to be bent. I don't know if that's true or not, but if I open up the secondary air horn all the way, or the air valve all the way, this one is a lot closer to the valve than this one is. I don't dare bend them, but I mean, maybe they put them in there for, you know, discharge purposes or something like that. You know, somebody figured out that the airflow was different and they had to be put in that way or what. I don't know. But they don't appear to be bent. And I'm not going to push any harder than that to try to bend them. That's it.